Hi guys, and welcome to Unity tutorial of a third-person shooter using the starter assets. There we go. Look at that, guys. That is brilliant. So we're gonna put something like this together, but before then, let's get this guy to move around. See that? So that's what we're gonna be doing now. Okay. See how brilliant that is. So we're gonna do one of these together, guys. So let's do that now. I'm going to exit out. I'll just put something like this together. Flashing take too long. Okay, let's do that. So you exit out like that. And you start a new project entirely. Make sure you select Universal 3D. And here I'm just going to give it a name. I will call it IPS. I'll make that full. And let's create my projects. Click on create. Okay guys, the development environment is ready. So let's download 3 assets that I intend to use. There they are. The low poly road pack, skybox, and then the starter assets. So I'm going to go straight into the Windows. Let's copy this. Go straight to Windows. And let's select package manager. And right in there, I'm just going to enter the low poly road pack. Right there, guys, that's the low poly pack. Click on that, that's it. That's what I need. So I'm going to click on import. If you haven't downloaded it, you won't get this sign import because I've downloaded it previously. That's why I have this sign import. So I'm just going to import it right away. And click on import again. There we go. Okay, it's finished importing. The next asset that I'm going to import is going to be the free HDR Sky. There we go. It's actually free HDR Sky. There we go. So I'm going to import that as well. Okay, click on import. We'll just have one more to take care of. All right, the skybox is ready. The next one I want to import will be the starter asset. And there, as starter assets. One I want is going to be the 3D one. Third person shooter starter assets. So might as well go into the environment. Let's see, we got it. No, that's not it. All right, so let's separate this. Okay, there we go, and that is a third person. So I'm going to import that as well, and click on install and upgrade. Okay, the third person is ready, and I'm going to click on import. All right, the third person is now installed as well. So I'm going to close this. I don't need that anymore. Now, on the editor here, let's double click on the broken and right in there, low poly, load pack. Double click on that. So want to now double click on the demo. And you see this icon, the Unity icon, that's the load poly load. Can just double click on that. And there. But we do have a problem. So because we have this pinky environment, what we need to then do is go straight to Windows, select the rendering, and then select render and click on that render pipeline converter. Then check and check that as well. Check this and come right here where we have initialize and convert. Click on that. And 30 minutes from now, that should be resolved. Okay, that's officially resolved now, so we can close that. There, guys. That's how it's looking. So let's run it and see what I'm talking about. Right. Well, the problem is we cannot move around. And that is my reason for importing the starter asset. Okay, let's double click on the starter asset now. And let me look for a suitable area just to land my starter asset. Let's see if I don't want to take. Let's go to where the bridge. Here, somewhere here. I'll do somewhere there. So I'm just gonna paste the third person somewhere in the right here. So once your starter asset is opened, all you need is the third person folder. There's the one double click on that and then double click on the prefab. Now, what we then need is you need the nested parent. That is it right there. Okay. Grab hold of the human idea. Just dump it right on the bridge. There we go. So let's see. Let's click on that and then okay, let's open this up. There we go. Look at it right there. That's the human idea. Well, let's position make sure I can see it. Down again. Select it and let's just move right up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. If I run it, we won't be able to do anything because we'll have two cameras there. And that's is not possible. You cannot use two cameras. And we also need to get rid of this. Okay, that's just for the joystick. Right. So let me go back in here. Now, first of all, let's take care of the joystick. That is joystick right there, look at it. And the event environment, select both and uncheck. Right. If you select the camera now, look at that camera. You can see that. And I have another camera here. Look, here we have one on this camera. And the one I'm getting rid of is the one that actually comes with the poly. Okay, so let's run it and see how that's going to look like. There. And that is the humanoid. You can see we're moving around. Let's be camera. That's how you put your interface. Okay, the next thing I want to do now is I'm going to change the background. The skybox actually. Let's change the skybox. Let's come right down here. All right. I'm going to enhance the skybox. Stop that. And since we have officially downloaded the skybox, you can either double click on it, open up the material, and that is it right there. Just drag it. Okay, that's one method of taking care of that. To get this file, let's see. Yeah, that's one method. So if we run it, let's see how that's gonna look like now. It's kind. Look at that, guys. Check out your file. That's cool. Like that. All right, so let me show you the other way of taking care of the skybox. Because I have two very assets. So we can end this. The other method is you can either go to Windows, select rendering, select lighting, and you then need the environment is here. Click on that. And here we have skybox material. Click on this little icon. And that is the skybox that is what I'm using presently. Let's change it to this dark one and see how that's been like as well. run the program. Let's check that out. And we can decide which one better. Look at this. As you can see, because all the buildings are white, this sky was kind of like show, kind of like make us see how the buildings actually look like. They does look like it's going to rain. I think it's alright too. Both sky walls are fine. So guys, with that, I am going to call it the end of this brilliant tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. And please do subscribe to my channel. And you can also join to become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day now. And check out the description area. I'm going to include all of the assets that I use. Bye for now.